Hey guys, this is Dan Collier from the Christian Life Network and the Sons of Light. And today I am going to be discussing with you a pretty serious issue about your health and things you don't realize as to why you're having a lot of issues. In fact, not knowing this may cause you to have a severe issue and going to the doctor and they not even be able to find out how to help you resolve it. So as I have been studying now for over 20 years, I ran a martial arts school. I was the master instructor. I was a fitness trainer and a biohacking expert. I had a clinic as well for a while. And I would like to share with you the information that not only myself, but functional medicine doctors I have studied from, as well as the other biohacking industry people out there, is that the food that you are consuming is literally killing you. I would say probably 90%, in my opinion, of all the issues we are facing, all of us, are coming from nutritional deficiencies in our body. And according to Dr. Joel Wallach, that is exactly what is happening to us. He says that all diseases are related to the body's assimilation of minerals and functions that we have that become depleted, or sicknesses that arise are because the body is not getting the proper minerals and nutrients. Most of us do not face issues with vitamins nowadays like beriberi or scurvy or something like that. We are facing issues now that are all related to mineral deficiencies and toxins in food, such as especially chemicals. And it is my opinion, from what I've found nowadays, that we are literally being poisoned to death by certain food industries on purpose. They have the ability to hide these chemicals that aren't necessary. People live for thousands of years without these chemicals in foods, and they're being put there sometimes, and they claim they're healthy, and they're literally poisoning and destroying the body. And not only that, they are extremely aware that this is happening, but they are shielded from litigation, or they factor in the fact that people, if somebody does discover it's causing them sick, they'll pay them off and go on about their way and still make their profits from it. So what is happening is our bodies are becoming nutritionally deficient, and diseases are arising from these mineral deficiencies, in which you can go and have blood tests done. You can have a hair analysis done where you send in and your hair gets tested, shows whether you are deficient in certain minerals, such as starting to get a lot of gray hair prematurely, or your hair falling out, or you having toxins in your system, such as cyanides and different aluminums and things that shouldn't be there, will show up in your hair follicles, and you can get tests done. You also can have blood work and blood analysis done that will show severe deficiencies, but you have to have specific ones. You want to go to a functional medicine doctor. I'm sure in your area there is one, and have blood work done. You may even be able to find them online now with different doctors, and have blood work done that will test for metabolic syndromes and deficiencies or toxins in your blood. And it can take 2 or 3 weeks, and you get your test results back by email or something, and you will then know whether you're deficient, like severely deficient in certain things, such as vitamin D is one of the leading things that people are deficient in, cause enormous amount of sicknesses. But 90% of the issue with people is coming from the fact that they're eating foods that are nutritionally, they're lacking in nutrition, especially minerals. The foods we're consuming now, in the old days, the food was grown on crops that were rotated. There's actually biblical teachings on how to handle your crops. You grow so many years, and then you rotate the crops, and then you let the land sit and just grasses and different things grow on it, so you don't deplete the land of soil, of minerals, so that the soil becomes toxic to you. You're basically eating dead food. So it's very important to understand nutrition and the fact that these fad diets that are popping up now, whether it's keto or whatever, these do not take into the fact of nutrition, of mineral intake. And this is what's causing a huge problem for people, because yes, they'll lose weight and lose body fat, and then someone will take that as being healthy, the fact that you are skinny. But you can be very skinny and mineral deficient and still have all kinds of health issues, because you're basically starving to death. And the same goes for someone who's obese, and you would think this person, the last thing they need to do is eat more, when in fact what's happening is they're eating all this processed food, they're eating their fast foods, they're eating these packaged foods from the grocery store, and the foods are nutritionally deficient. They're devoid of the nutrition that their body needs. And so basically they're eating more and more and more. It's called pica. It's a disease where you're mineral deficient and your body is starving, and it's forcing you to go eat something. And what happens is, so they'll eat a bag of chips and they're still starving, and they'll go eat some more junk food and they're still starving because their body's not getting nutrition. It's not getting the nutrients that are supposed to be in the soils, that are supposed to be consumed through live food. So the enzymes that are in live food help to carry those micronutrients, those minerals, to your cells to help get into the cells for your body to function and work on. So you probably definitely need to get a mineral supplement. And when I say that, immediately the people trying to resist go like this: ding, 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 I'll go to GNC and get some vitamins. That's not the same thing. You need almost 90 of these 90 minerals for your body to function. 68 is a must. And these are called electrolytes, but these minerals must be in the foods. And when you go get vitamins from most of these, popular stores, they might have 8 or 10 minerals in it, these macro minerals. But your body needs all these micro minerals. So you need a mineral supplement, okay? You need something that's going to replenish your body of minerals. And secondly, you need to eat nutritionally dense, whole, raw food as much as you possibly can. Anything that comes in a package and says enriched or has folic acid in it or chemicals, you're basically robbing your body and causing inflammation and stealing your body of health. And what's going to happen in the end is you're going to have inflammation. You're going to end up with heart disease. You're going to end up with cancer. You're going to end up with all these types of autoimmune things, plus these packaged foods, these processed breads and all that. Most of them are genetically modified. And that genetically modification often is when they take the genes of the food and they alter it so that when a bug eats that plant or that wheat or whatever it is, it eats micro holes in the intestines of the bug, so that then the bug dies because it's eating up its intestines. Well, the problem is, while that will harm a bug quickly, in humans, it happens slowly. And it ends up eating these micro holes in your stomach. Is very thin, very thin. It eats micro holes in your stomach lining. And then when you eat food, the food that's supposed to be digested and then carried through the intestines and absorbed, microparticles of undigested food get into your bloodstream, which causes an autoimmune response that ends up causing all of this inflammation, coughing, all these things that seem like severe sicknesses. And then you go to the doctor and they're like, well, we'll put you on some meds, and then the meds have side effects. Really what it is you need to heal your gut through raw, organic, non-GMO foods, sometimes even ingesting, like you can have juice, and cayenne pepper will help to heal the gut lining. Believe it or not, do some studies on it. Crazy, you'd never think so. cayenne pepper in some food in your foods, a little bit of spice, but you can hack it. I like it. I do it a couple times a day. So, and if you're interested in dietary programs to follow, especially like Blue Zone diet, where these people eat this particular Blue Zone diet, these places around the world, they eat a certain group of foods. They live into their late 90s, 100 years old without disease. They don't get sick like the same diseases we get. And they spend time walking, breathing fresh air, drinking clean water, but they eat a particular diet, a low carb diet with certain foods. And so also nutrient dense things like juicing vegetables and fruits so that your body gets the maximum amount of juice, drinking greens drinks, smoothies, making yourself particular. And this is my favorite way to lose weight and to get really good nutrition is through juicing and smoothies. I love to do that because they're delicious. And you can mix all kinds of crazy stuff in there you would never eat normally and put it in a way that tastes really good. So if you're interested in losing weight and also possibly even helping your body heal itself of issues that you go to the doctor and they don't seem to be able to cure, or the only thing they want to do is throw at you a bunch of pills. I heard a story just the other day. 80-year-old woman, she was on 14 different pills. She could hardly, they diagnosed her with pre-dementia and all of these things. And what was happening is she was having a processed food diet, heavy in fats and, these artificial foods, lacking nutrition, and she was in brain fog from 14 different drugs, which they have no idea how they interact. So what you really need, and so what happened is that they changed her diet completely to a whole food, plant-based diet, very small amounts of fish and things once or twice a week, and a nutritional supplement like the minerals. And she had a turnaround within 4 weeks. She was off nearly all of her meds at 80 years old, and she didn't have brain fog anymore. 8 weeks later, she was dancing on her birthday, from going from being mentally out of it to dancing and up till midnight on her birthday, from changing up the foods and putting the right nutrition back in the body. So I'm going to leave a link in the description below for several different types of diets, whether you're an athlete, whether you would like to know more like an in-depth type of eating process, whether you just want a menu to follow. Everybody's got their own way of doing things or interest. There's several different ones. I'm going to leave some links in the description box below. And it's quick programs to switch yourself over so that in 4-8 weeks, you're already starting to feel awesome again from switching up from this dietary program you're on and lacking nutrition that your body just vitally needs. So I'll leave links below in the description, and you can click on them and pick which one you think might work the best for you. These are time tested. These have worked for thousands of people, helping them get their body and their mind. And you're going to lose a lot of weight on this too. You're going to start shedding pounds like you would not believe. And you also could throw in there doing intermittent fasting. I don't recommend generally diets ever, fad diets that come and go and disappear and this and that. I do like intermittent fasting though, just skipping breakfast and then eating 2 meals a day. You will have super results in your energy and losing weight. So check out these different programs in the link below. Started, and from there you'll start feeling great like you've never felt before, and you're going to be interested in looking into more information about that. See you guys later on the next video. Started, and from there you'll start feeling great like you've never felt before, and you're going to be interested